This is my message for the Deepwoken community. You niggas fucking suck. Look, I promise y'all I ain't made this video just to hate on Deep, right? So pretty much, long story short, I came back to play Deep after a very long time, right? I probably ain't played Deep seriously for probably like a year and some change, right? Now you're probably wondering why. As y'all know, layer 2 is around the corner. You know, I know more than you know, right? So I'm getting ready for all my layer 2 builds and shit, making all my builds and shit. I made one build, right? Here's the thing though. When I started playing Deepwoken again, I realized that the game has changed so much, as in from the community to the actual gameplay to the builds. The game has shaped in a way that's far from Deepwoken. This is even though the game may be quote unquote balanced to some people, but man, this game is very far from the original idea of Deepwoken. I'm about to show you why. I'm about to tell y'all the 3 mistakes of Deepwoken. Now, these mistakes is something I've been thinking about for a long time, even before I just came back. But the third mistake really just implementing its way into my brain, and really it's sitting there now, right? Allow me to explain to you. The first mistake of Deepwoken was enchantments. As y'all already know, enchantments are enchantments. I shouldn't even have to explain why enchantments are stupid, you know? If you ever played Deepwoken, you know the type of buff and enchantment you can get. You know what type of buff and enchantment can give you as a player. You know what type of buff and enchantment can give you a build. Which, you know, there's nothing wrong with enchantment, I guess, now, because, you know, they got nerfed heavily, and the fact that, you know, it's 2 times, so pretty much everybody has one. But it doesn't mean that it wasn't a mistake, alright? The second mistake was hero swords, right? Now you probably wonder, what's wrong with hero swords? If y'all know, when hero swords first dropped, not only did it break the meta, it broke the base of the game. You probably wonder what I mean by that, right? In Deepwoken, you have to put in a mantra stat, for example, a call. Wind, fire, lightning, shadow, or what was the last one? Wind, fire, lightning, shadow. What is the last one? Ice, right? You put in an element and you level up the element to get spells and shit, right? Pretty much what Hero Blades allows you to do, you was allowed to go an element, and with that element you also have a weapon that was relatively good, and you can put your other points into whatever you wanted, right? That at the time was genuinely amazing, right? That was before, you know, that was before a lot of builds started getting like a lot of buffs and shit, you know, before a lot of talent started getting, you know, really out of hand and shit. So people didn't learn how to mid-max yet, right? So pretty much before the meta, it was you go 100 in your weapon, 100 in your element, and you spend the other 100 points how you want. But then with Hero Blades, you was able to put 100 into your element, get a weapon with that, get mantras with that, and then put 200 points into your general stats and become anybody you want it to be, right? Now Hero Blades is a lot more toned down, and I'm only saying Hero Blades are toned down because Hero Blades can be enchanted, right? So even though the Hero Blade, you've been able to use those extra points how you want to, it's still amazing. Hero Blades aren't really seen as much more because you can't enchant them, and enchantments are just that prevalent in Deepwoken right now. So it's like, if you don't have an enchantment, you got to be him to fight with the Hero Blade, right? And here's the third mistake. The third mistake of Deepwoken is attunement list, right? Anybody watching this, you may like attunement list. I'm not saying you're a bad player for using it. I'm not saying you're a scumbag for using it. But anybody who's watching this video and heard the word attunement list already know that attunement list mantras are broken. They are disgusting. Strong left, bro. Strong left, my boy. Strong left, my boy. Strong left is probably like top 5 mantras in the game. Master Floors, top 10 mantras in the game. Okay, Pressure Blast, it's kind of mid, but it's still useful. You feel me? You know, and the problem with this is same like Hero Swords, right? For Hero Swords, you was able to go your element and then not worry about, you know, the damage putting in a sword stat, right? For Attunement List, you can go everything else but your element and then still essentially be straight, right? And that was one of the biggest problems I came across with Deepwoken, is that everybody just went Attunement List. Like everybody just had the same build. And this is what brings me into my next topic about the game, bro. The meta of Deepwoken is so overwhelmingly boring because everybody is doing the exact same thing, and I have the perfect comparison to make it to. Let's take Yu-Gi-Oh for example, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is a game where there are a bunch of cards called staples, and staples can go in any deck and they can play good with any type of deck, right? So let's say, for example, things like Dark Hole, Regeki, Infinite Impermanence, Asloss, and these are things you can put into any deck, you know, because they're so good of cards and they're so generally splashable. You can put them in any deck and still be good, right? You can put them in this deck and still say, okay, I know they're gonna have work for my deck. Now comparing to Deepwoken, right? People are mid-maxing or min-maxing, whatever you want to say. Pretty much they're going the stats they only need for certain talents, right? And the reason this is so bad and the reason it's so annoying is because everybody is going the same thing, right? Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Yu-Gi-Oh, you probably have like 100 staple cards, right? But out of those 100 staple cards, Yu-Gi-Oh has 11,000 other cards at people's disposal. So pretty much if you're playing Master Duel, the chance of you running into a deck exactly the same as the first one is very, very minuscule twice in a row, right? You're probably never gonna fight the exact same deck twice, right? On Deepwoken though, because the talent selection is so small, right? Because talent selection is so small, people are dead ass running the same thing, the same 3 talents: Charm Caster, Reinforced Armor, and Exoskeleton, right? And now you're probably wondering, oh well, what's so bad about that? Allow me to explain. When Rag first changed the Deepwoken like talent system for being able to pick your talents with a cap, how many times you can get over, you know, the RNG system. Rag reason for the RNG system was he didn't want people. His exact words. He said the RNG system is going to be there so people can always have new builds and nobody's going to go the same build every single time, and that way everybody feel different, right? Those were Rag's exact words. What I don't think Rag intended people to do, one thing he didn't like, you know, look forward, was something very wicked. And I told him this. I was like, Rag, this isn't stopping me from making new builds. I told him, I said, every life I'm gonna still go my lightning with a weapon. Nothing's gonna change about that. So you're just making the game hard for no reason, right? What Rag didn't expect was people to mid-max to the extreme. You can mid-max to the point where you can force yourself to roll the talents you want, which is why niggas go on trial of one and they put in like 40, 42. I think like 15% agility to pretty much force yourself to roll those talents. You feel me? You are essentially forcing yourself to roll the talents you need from the jump. For example, Exoskeleton, I think Reinforced Armor. Then you pray you get Charmcast later on. But the reason the thing Rag said didn't really work is because the talent selection is so small, and that's not pretty much a game problem. You know that the talent selection being small will never be fixed, because let's be honest, Yu-Gi-Oh works like that because, you know, it's 11,000 fucking cards, right? Deepwoken probably might not ever be over like 1,000 talents, right? And even still, one element type or one general stat might not even have more than, I don't know, like 20 talents for it. You feel me? Like ever, if we being real, right? So just imagine you putting in your stats and you just mid-maxing, generally directing all your stat points into one stat to pinpoint a few times that you want. It works every time. And even though Rag was saying, oh, well, I don't want people to make the same builds over and over again, that's exactly what we're seeing. People are making the same builds over and over again. We deadass enter the area in Deepwoken where it's like people are using talents just for health boosts, and that's one thing that confuses me, bro. The Deepwoken community, you niggas are weird. I've never seen people complain over talents losing health, right? Imagine this. There's a talent where you pull your sword out and it makes no sound. Somebody explain to me why that gives you 5 health. What about that talent makes you any sturdier? Gives you any more endurance? If anything, it should give you stealth. But no, it gives you 5 health. And then when the health part got removed, niggas started losing their mind. And then the devs went back, the devs folded and added back health. And it's like, bro. Honestly, I'm scared for Deepwoken devs because at this point, they can't really make any changes. No, this update showed, this is the first update I've seen it, but I'm pretty sure it happened in fucking early updates. But this update showed me that they can't really make changes without the community fucking losing their mind. And for some reason, the Deepwoken devs just folded. I don't know why they folded. Like most things like Strong Punch got nerfed, Rapid Punch got nerfed, requirements got upped on talents that the people were mid-maxing for. And you know, you would think, okay, that's good. It's gonna shake up the meta. It's gonna probably, you know, change the meta, make the meta so like less repetitive. We've had the same meta for probably like, I don't know, a couple months now, and niggas just lost their mind. Like for another example, in Yu-Gi-Oh has 11,000 cards, and people still wait for ban lists so they can play new cards, and it shakes the meta up because people not playing the same thing over and over again. Deepwoken has under 1,000 talents. I ain't gonna say under 1,000 is crazy. Deepwoken probably has under like 300. Yeah. Deepwoken has no more than 300 talents, and for some reason, the meta gets shaken up, and you've been playing for these same 50 talents for the past 4 months, and you still want to use these same talents. Like, you don't see nothing different. Everybody's fighting the exact same, bro. Like, that's kind of lame, bro. It's the current state of Deepwoken, bro. The current state of Deepwoken that I played, during my videos and way back then, it's the state of Deepwoken where talents matter. You would choose your talents or what you want your build to do, you feel me? So, for example, I had like a lightning and melee stream build, right? So most of my talents would be around either lightning damage, the stream core shit, making my lightning do extra damage, making me do extra damage, using my spells more, you feel me? Shit like that. But nowadays, it's like your talent, or quote unquote your build, is useless if you don't have a certain amount of health from the jump, which is kind of crazy to me. That's where the game has evolved to, bro. And it's, that's not the game fault. I am in no way blaming the game for how the players decided to start playing the game. I'm just saying that the community is weird. You feel me? And it's not even weird that y'all following the meta. It's weird that you don't want the meta to change. You feel me? Like if you want to get a PvP, right, you go into the meta and then you face these 600 health niggas who do a bunch of damage and take no damage. You probably think, I want that build too. So you gonna make that build. You played on this build for like 3-4 months in fucking Chime. You would expect things to change so people can do new things. But no, people are just so stuck in the old shit. It's weird, bro. Like these Deepwoken niggas are weird, and it makes no sense, bro. I've never seen a game with a competitive community that doesn't want change. Do you not want to see something new? Do you just want to play the same thing over and over again, my boy? That's what's confusing me, bro. These Deepwoken niggas are lost. They're fucking lost, bro. Like, so many people was in the chat when the update dropped saying, "Oh my god, I lost 20 health," and I'm looking like, nigga, are you serious? You lost, bro. I kid you not. The nigga went from the nigga went from 5, like he went from like 560 something to like 540 something, and was losing his mind. And I was like, bro, you have over 500 health, my boy. Are you serious? And you end story, bro. End story. I blame no Deepwoken players, right? I blame no Deepwoken players for going to meta, because that's what happens in games every single time. People go to meta because they want to win. What I do blame you guys for is being stuck on that meta. Because if the meta changes, you can play something else too. I know a lot of people who dead ass just don't like playing the things they play. But because you don't want to lose, nobody likes losing, you play them shits, right? And man, that's exactly why I fear the devs can't make updates. Because it's like every change they make, that players don't even give it, a couple days to sink in and play with it. It's just instantly from the jump. I don't like it. That's another thing, devs. Like Deepwoken devs, the way this update was, bro, y'all had it at first, but then y'all like dropped these quote unquote secret patches to patch out the things niggas was crying over. They ain't even playing for a day yet. So like, how can they know if it was bad or not? That's something I don't understand, bro. Like, y'all was listening to people complain and changed it back, and they haven't. The patch didn't even drop yet. Like the game didn't even shut down yet, but they're complaining about text, something they haven't tried yet, which was crazy to me, bro. I hope y'all boys take it easy. Let me know how y'all feel down below. Let me know if I even still play Deepwoken. I came back to play for like a couple of days, and honestly, I'm at the point now where it's like I'm just waiting for layer 2. The current state of the game is ass. I'm sorry.